Welcome back, everybody. I'm Retro Yugioh. We're here for another stream. We just got Phantom Nightmare openings today, so I can't wait to get into that. So we've got a lot to do, so let's get started. Let's see. Okay, so I'm going to start with looking at the OCG Metagame report because I never got a chance to do that. So we're going to go OCG Metagame report 2. This is for the week 2 of the January 2024 format. This result tabulates 111 top performing decks from 22 tournaments that were held in Japan, China mainland, Taiwan, South Korea, and Vietnam during the 12th to the 14th of January. Really? Okay, that's not very. So it's like 3 days. Damn, that's a lot. Revised with additional from the second Rito I believe that's championship in Ashikaga 3v3 tournament and Battle City Vietnam Team A+. Okay. So is it really to anyone's surprise that Fire King dominates, followed by Voiceless, Solomon Great Rescue Ace, Snake Eyes, and some branded sneaking in there. So if we just do this quick math here, so if we just do the quick math here, what's that? I'm not going to math it out myself. 31, 7.2, 5.4, and then 4.5. Yeah, fire decks are taking... Just fire decks alone are taking up, what, 52.2... Over 50% of the OCG are fire decks. That's insane. And then 8% voiceless. That is just like the disparity of that is so crazy. Like one deck is like this. Just if the OCG is anything to go off, I know it's not reflective of a tier 0 format, but this is reflective of a tier 0 format because, again, just because one deck isn't going like 50%, it's essentially that all four of them are the same deck, just playing a different secondary engine. It's like Runic Sprite, was it the For Hire one? Was it the Live Twin one? It's all the same. It's Runic Sprite just with a different thing in it. Okay. This week saw players cutting Anti-Spell Fragrance from the side deck for Solemn Strike. Okay. I guess we'll look at the deck. In a Sinful Spoil Snake Eye King mirror match, many players will side in a large amount of hand traps when going second. This often results in the combo being disrupted and being unable to reach the ideal setup without a proper setup. Anti-Spell Fragrance does little to disrupt the opponent, especially if they open with Snake Eyes Ash. I guess that's possible, but they can't access the original. And then they just, like, what? Make a Little Knight to out the anti-spell, or Knightmare Phoenix out the anti-spell, and then you can just use the original anyways. So yeah, I can see it. I guess I can see it. A point with that, yeah. The post-starting game would be a battle of attrition, where both players are throwing hand traps at each other until one side runs out of disruptions for the other. Yeah. In a battle of attrition, Solemn Strike is much better. Solemn Strike versus Anti-Spell. Well, you anti-spell them, it floods them out from the spells that have to out it with a Little Knight or something, which gives less than ideal. And they can't kill you anyways, but if you Solemn Strike, and they can just out 1-for-1 bait it. Or worse, chain block. Like, I guess if they chain block, like, say, Kieran and then Garunix, you have to burn it, otherwise they out it anyways. So maybe that's not very good. But then I guess the same could be... Well, no, not really, because it's much more difficult than to... Yeah, so if they can't Fire King Island, it makes it a little bit harder. And if they can get to that point, Solemn Strike is just like a dead brick anyways. I don't know if I wouldn't use Solemn Strike. I don't know if it's worthwhile at this point. I might change my opinion in about, I don't know, another 2-3 weeks, but for now, probably not. Snake Eyes Ash. Not only does Solemn Strike negate Snake Eyes Ash, it would also destroy Snake Eyes Ash, and thus the opponent would not be able to follow up with Snake Eyes Ash effect to bring out Flame Purge. Actually, it went 8-1, finished first in the 30-second Ram Cup individual tournament, which had 75 participants. Okay, so it's about a remote duel kind of... It's like a remote duel size regional. Okay, so this is the list sample we're getting. Yeah, it looks... I personally would go with multiple copies of the Diabell style. Like, I want to max it out and see it as much as possible. They're not playing Oak, which I think Oak is very, very good. They're playing Veiler and Droll with the white crossouts, so that makes sense for that reason with Maximus Seminus. 2 islands, I guess that's fine. They're also not using 1-for-1, which seems counterintuitive because, like, again, 1-for-1 is just another one card combo, but like maybe that's because of the maxi. So okay, that's interesting. They're still using Garunix. I know some have cut it, some have not. 2 Little Knights. Yep, we're in Little Knight format. Let's see what else. No Knightmare. 2 Promethean Princess. That's no access, no Selene access code, which is a little interesting. They replaced it for the Zelantis and what's it called, the Raging Phoenix. Which look what I got in the other mail the other day. It's my Solomon Great Raging Phoenix. Cool, got him. So now I don't have to worry about finding him. So if I need it, I got it. Nibiru. Okay. Well, they still have Red Reboot as well, so that could be something. Okay, Cosmics, Talents, yeah. That Delta? Okay. That's one of the other 2. I think that's one that negates spells. So I can understand that. I don't think it matters though. Next, Voiceless. Jelly, just call him, Jackie. We'll just call him Jackie because I can't say the rest of it. Recounted in his tournament report that he played against 5 Sinful Spore, Snake Eyes, Fire King's decks and won all of them. Ooh. He shared his strategy for siding against them. When going first, side out Maxi, side in 3 Summon Limit. Well, Summon Limit is going to do a lot, yeah, if they don't have that. When going second, side out the Ash Blossoms and Called by the Grave, Fantastical Dragon, Phantasme, 1 Droll, and Cosmic. Does that mean we shouldn't be using Ash Blossom in the mirror match? That could be very interesting. If we're cutting Ash for the mirror matches. Is that really the best thing to do if we're cutting Ash? Because you could still Ash the island. You could technically Ash the Snake Eyes, like, Ash effect to special Flame Burge, which is something decent. Because I feel like that would be the interactions where you want to use Ash, wouldn't it? If you use Ash on those, they can't get to Flame Burge Dragon. They can still original Sinful Spoils you, but they lose 2 cards from their board. And then if they lose 2 cards from their board, it's going to be putting them at a detriment. Like, they're not going to be able to go full combo. They're going to end on, like, Ambler Whale with Promethean Princess Engraved. They're going to end on with Garunix. But I would still take that over the other board that gets them into the Flame Burge. Okay. Fantastical Dragon, Phantasma, I get it. Droll and Cosmic. If he had played Super Prolongation in game 1, then he would side them out in game 2 in place. See, I don't think Evenly Matched is very good. That's just my opinion. I don't think Evenly Matched is very good if you're playing against someone who knows what the fuck they're doing. Like, if you know what you're doing, SP Little Knight, IP Masquerena can completely play around the Evenly Matched. And you still get to set up a very similar board, and you still end on almost the same disruption. So, I don't know. I don't know if I care about that. Okay, it's 2 Saphira, 1 Seravis, Max, one of those, 3 Diviners. Only 2 pre-preps. I don't know if that's correct. What do you mean? If he had played Super Poly in game 1, there's Super Polys here. Okay. I don't know if this is a standard list, but maybe it is. I also feel like they're only using Extrav because of the limit to Prosperity. I don't... If they had 3 Pros, but I'm not sure they would play Extrav here. Yeah. So it's more about the extra doesn't really matter. So they're going to make Chaos Angel using lights. So that's pretty interesting there. Phantasme. I have thought about Phantasme because, again, the fire deck just spams links on the field. So if you have Phantasme, you get to draw, like, you get to cycle 3 cards into your hand. That can't be a bad thing. Although I don't know if Thrust and Talents will be viable, and if Thrust and Talents are viable in the format, Phantasme is horrible. Salamangreat. Joyle and his teammate, we'll just call him Joy, and his teammates ran 2 Burning Draw in their side deck as text against it. What is Burning Draw? If your opponent controls more cards than you do, target 1 link monster your opponent controls, draw cards equal to its link rating. You can only activate 1 burn. You know, someone except fire. That actually sounds pretty good. Where was this from? Oh, it's a common in Legendary Duelist. Super Eternity code, and it's a reprint. Should we be getting Burning Draw for the mirror match? Are we really going down that path? I mean, if we are, it sounds interesting. I mean, they're all... Wait. Because explicitly rating. I'm just saying. If my opponent leaves an Apo or an Ambler Whale on the field... I mean, I'm drawing 4 cards off of this shit. This is a draw 4 against that. Well, that actually sounds kind of interesting. I might have to pick up some Burning Draws. We go say it could be yep. To draw 4 cards that would ideally draw into Change of Heart. Are we going to be doing that now? Mind Control, Change of Heart. We're going to be playing a lot of mirror matches. Do we want to side deck Mind Control and Change of Heart? Or Cosmic to banish the Fire King Island and trigger to destroy. It's looking interesting. Unfortunately, Burning Draw, Change of Heart, and Soul Release all have the same weakness, being suffered by Anti-Spell. The current understanding is to max out quality hand traps. That's true. But that's true. It's also like that's what I was thinking about them all. They were also liabilities against something like Anti-Spell, which is what I was thinking about. Why I wanted to play Anti-Spell in my side deck over say something like Soul Release, because Solemn Strike, because Anti-Spell stops all of the nonsense which really breaks your board. If my opponent evenly matches me or tries to go battle phase, attempts to go to battle phase, I'm going to use my IP Masquerade effect to link into Little Knight, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave up the Anti-Spell, and I'm going to be backed by maybe 1 to 2 hand traps, and it's like, have fun. I'm going to still have my same board, and you're under Anti-Spell. The current understanding is to max out quality hand traps as much as possible when going second to disrupt the opponent, and these cards are only filled in due to a lack of better options. Ideally, with enough hand traps disrupting the opponent, they would be unable to go for game with Anti-Spell face up, and by surviving the turn, you would be able to play the spells on the next turn. There is also the possibility the opponent does not open them. Well, I mean, that's like wishful thinking. Don't think about, oh, well, they won't open it. Think about what happens if they do open it. Because when they do open it, that's where you've got to consider the issues. If they don't open it, you just play like normal. Again, for Solomon Great, do they have a level 1 here? Oh, no, their Weasels are level 2. Oh, shit. Okay, I was wrong on that the other day. I said it was level... I said, don't they have a level 1? It's level 2, so they can't Sinful Spoils. Yeah, this deck is infinitely worse than I thought it was. This card's nice, but like this card's like generically good from fire. But yeah, this deck's ass. Rescue Ace. All 6 Rescue Ace decks topped one Reinforce. Okay. In the main deck, Sinful Spore Snake Eyes was mostly on board clear, and Reinforce could make the target of Rescue Ace monster become unaffected by the That's actually pretty good. When Reinforce is used on a large monster's Rescue Ace Turbulence, Fire King would have a difficulty breaking through. Even if something like Raging Phoenix could gain a huge amount of attack, Reinforce would also be able to prevent it from being destroyed by battle once. That's true. Which is why I like Underworld Goddess. Reinforce Graveyard effect is also useful for setting the recently limited emergency. Well, that's another thing as well that they want to do, because in the OCG, emergency is limited and Airlifter is semied. So they really have to consider other options because they don't have as much resource game as we do in the TCG. So for the TCG, I don't think we have to worry about this, just unless they limit emergency. Yep, as follow-up, and Jory went 7-1 and finished first. Okay, in the 3, which had 36 team, 108 participants. Okay, so it's a little bit Okay, so let's see what we're looking for. 3 preventer, okay, and a fire attacker, but no fire engine. That's interesting. Like, I would be fine to say side deck the fire attacker here, and maybe why would they be doing that? 2 2 2 2 2. Why not? I'm just gonna say this. I don't get the OCG deck building philosophy. So, like, when we look at someone like Steven Santoli or like even Pack when he played the Rescue Ace cards, I don't understand this. Like, I don't understand their philosophy here of why they would use a 3rd preventer and a fire attacker over the fire engine and an impulse. Like, play max copies of impulse, and then why are they playing 2 hydrants? Like, 2 hydrants, why? Play 3 hydrant. You need to see, like, your emergency even more now. Like, this deck is awful. Like, you're playing 3v3s, right? Do you play... Again, it doesn't make sense to me why they just do this. Like, and the thing is, 1 for 1. Like, why are you not playing 1 for 1? Why are you not playing Snake Eyes Ash with this? It's like, it gives you more resilience to hand traps. Like, this is awful, man. The extra, like, that 2 heater? What the fuck is this card? That's a link 3. I think it's a link 3 that points up and left with light. Let me look it up. Okay, so we'll go monsters, link, arrows, it points up. No, it would be a link 2 actually. Because it has 2 arrows, not that. It's a light monster. Looks light, yes. Okay. Okay, it's called Moon of the Closed Forest. What does it do? Okay, Moon of the Closed Forest. I'll bring it up on screen. Must be a new card, actually. That's why I haven't seen it. Oh, it's a new card, yeah. Okay, Moon of the Closed Forest. Okay, you can only use the effects of this card's name once per turn. You can target 1 face-up monster this card... One face-up opponent's monster this card points to this turn. If you link summon a link 5 monster using this card as material, you can also use the opponent. Okay, so it like gets into Underworld Goddess. So it's like... Oh, it's like, it's baby Underworld Goddess. Ah, I gotcha. It's baby Underworld Goddess. Wait a second. This plus going into Underworld Goddess, can you technically now use 2 monsters your opponent controls to make an Underworld Goddess if you use this thing? Because you'll use this effect to link into a 5 with one of their monsters. That's 3. 1 more of your monsters, and then another opponent's monster. So could you technically link off 2 monsters your opponent controls? I mean, that would be the theory, right? There's nothing that says you can't. Okay, that's very interesting. That sounds fun. That sounds really freaking annoying as well. And then the rest of it's kind of standard, right? I don't know why you're playing access code if you're not using Selene. So I would say, or like the Almirage for the 1 card combo with like Hydrants. That's fine. Man, there's a lot of weird deck building in the OCG. I don't know why you just wouldn't main deck the Impulse. It doesn't really make sense to me. I can understand these 9 hand traps. 3rd Cosmic because it's there. Yeah, okay. And the conclusion. Viking dominates for the 3rd consecutive week, taking 4 times as many tops as Voiceless in the 2nd spot. Well, it's not really 4 times as much. It's like 5... It's like so much more than that. It's like 7 times as much because all the fire decks are the same thing. So if all the fire decks are the same thing, and we're looking at like voiceless being like 8% of the top cut, and the fire decks are like over 50, that's not 4 times. It's like so much more dominant. The stats on this are so deceiving. Man, it's so crazy. Like, it's so crazy how overly like ridiculous this is. Anyways, so what I want to do now is I want to go over here and I want to look at some of the early so that's it for the OCG, but yeah, that's crazy. Okay, so what we should do now is we should look at some of the Phantom Knightmare early box openings from the creator side of everything, and see if we can find it. I know I've seen the Populous on YouTube, the image. It's an Ultra. That's really nice. I'm happy to find out about that. Not going to break the wallet with Promethean Princess also being an Ultra, but it means the secret rares are absolutely terrible. So let's get into this.
Es ist soweit, und zwar das neue Hauptset, um genau zu sein, das erste Hauptset des Jahres, um genau zu sein, Phantom Knightmare. Und dieses Set, Funktion gefällt mir sehr gut, kannst du leicht öffnen. Und wir gehen das eben Stück für Stück hier einmal.
I don't really speak German, so I'm just going to mute this and then try to speed through it as fast as possible. Okay. Let's see if there's anything good. I just want to see what like the rarities of stuff. But yeah, this is like, okay. So, oh, that's an Ultra. Okay, so the new voiceless ritual monster is an Ultra. God, that's a lot of good Ultras in this set. Voiceless, okay. Let's keep going. Okay, what else we got here? Amanolith. Okay, I don't know what the real English name is. Maybe I should have done this one last, but oh well. Oh, this is the. Oh, wait a second. Hold on, go back to the Goblin. Go back. Okay, here we go. This is the new card that makes Unchained like supposedly really good, because it's like a level 6 fiend, so it replaces the Shavaras that you lost. Something like that. I remember Pack was like doing like combo playthroughs with it. It looked really cool. I don't know what that is. Okay, keep going. Fish clamp. Eisendona. No, okay, let's see if we can read this. Wien en Zabla Forkate oder fuck no. We have no shot at reading German. Where's Joshua Schmidt when I need him? Another Ultra. This is the Raid Raptor card, I think. I think this is like the Raid Raptor card, which is supposedly good. Okay, so another. What was that? So this is like the Voiceless card. I think you only need one of it, which is good. It's a super. I'm hoping that there's like a lot of ways that people get to play Voiceless, so that way we get to play through like we are, because the more if people are able to play Voiceless, that's gonna be so nice. And I want to play against as much Voiceless as possible, so that way I can like not have to do the Fire Mirrors. Or like if I play Fire Mirrors, I guess that's okay too. Like the Fire matchup should in theory be like relatively fine if you know what you're doing. Oopsies. Okay, keep going. Okay. I haven't seen any Promethean Princess yet, which is kind of suck. I'm hoping we get to see like a Princess or a Populous. If we don't, pull that calculator up here for a second because I need it. Oh, there we go, Popple. Oh, there we go. So that's nice. It's an as we said, we know it's an Ultra, which is cool, and I'm hoping to see how many we get in a box. Okay, so is this like reviewing the supers here? Nope, just pull them. I haven't. Oof, man, the secrets for this set are gonna be so terrible. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed that we are able to get Okay, so no Promethean Princess, it looks like, in this box. This creator, who I cannot understand whatsoever. Yep, so nothing there. Okay, so he's going to review them at the end. Oh, okay. Okay, cool. I'm sorry, Merryman, I cannot understand a word you said, so go on to the next one. Hope I can understand this person.
Zusammenarbeit.
Okay, someone else we are not going to be able to understand. So, let's just... Okay, did they point all of them out at the end? Okay. Wait. How many boxes did this guy open? One box, okay. Oh, there it is, Promethean Princess. Come on, keep going, come on, come on, come on. I know Konami makes you do this. There we go, okay. Bestower of Flames, it's an Ultra, that's good. Haven't seen anyone get like the quarter century. I don't think I've actually seen anyone get a QCR yet out of these boxes. But yeah, that's the Promethean Princess there, which is nice. Oh, okay, this is the new Ashen's card. Oh. Okay, so this is the new Ashen's card, Pyro. Fun fact, I believe Bonfires is generic, right? It just, no, never mind. Streamer brain. Okay, so yeah. The Ashen archetype, I think, looks decent, man. It looks somewhat interesting, but obviously it needs more support. Let's see. I thought I saw wow, 2. Wait, did he get both of the Ashens? I thought I saw a second one. So what did this guy get? So he got 2 secrets that were terrible. Yeah, 2 that were terrible. 2 gold, 2 probably some of the best ultras in the set. Okay, so it looks like they're going like box review at the end, so we might just see that. But again, we've seen what people got. So the new Goaty card's super, which is nice as well. The new Bell is super. Raider Up is ultra. Okay, I think we can probably understand.
Can we get anything good? First pack magic.
Okay, someone who we can actually understand. And they're doing English cards, yay! Okay, so what's the proper name for this card?
Ashen for Eternity. Really pop his force. Picks up too well on the camera, but it looks really nice.
It's Europrint, of course it looks
so
nice.
sick.
It's not American, that's the difference.
We have Fish Lamp. And then the next pack, Snake Eye Chase.
Okay, so the Snake Eye Chase is actually common, which is nice. That might actually be useful.
On to the next Archfiend. Horus the Black Flame Deity, nice.
Nice. Okay, so you actually want the Horus card here. I'm not surprised that's a secret.
That looks so good. The secret rares are really popping.
No,
sweet.
Does it?
Got Free-Eyed Ghost.
I don't know if I'm on 1080p, but that
Junk
camera like is way out of focus.
Jar, Archfiend. If you're a really big fan of Raid Raptor, that pack was. Then we.
Okay.
Ultra rare.
Ultra rare Magispector card. Well, I'm hoping this guy gets something good out of it. Oh, we got a QCR.
Oh snap! Oh, nice!
Carrot the Eternal Machine.
Oh, we have Carnot the Eternal Machine.
Cannot read that whatsoever.
Oh, wow.
The entire
that is like...
Okay. That's actually really nice. So that's like that's
so
one of the QCRs.
Awesome.
Not a very good one, but it's a QCR nonetheless.
And the rest of the pack, we have Raid Raptor voices. Cool. Rares, but it looks so good. Got it. Glorious Jungler. Look at that artwork. Priestess of the Ashen City. That
Priestess
looks,
of the Ashen.
Look at that artwork.
I do think the Ashen cards are worth picking up.
Cool. Biker next
Although,
pack.
Definitely wait for pre-sales because they're definitely not going up in
Ranger
price.
Big Bang Gartic. Looks so pretty. Ages of Stars.
Outside of like
Raid
some
Raptor
really good player having results with them. But they're just not good
Reloader.
enough yet.
Stars and Sword for the Beast.
Okay.
Stranger Big Bang. Ooh, they can activate the effects of monsters on the field of the original.
Okay, dokie. So let's just keep going here. See the QCR in his box. It doesn't look to be shorted. I'm hoping. But again, we won't know for certain until like the vendors start ripping cases open between what's shorted and not. Okay, so we've seen
these,
one
these
QCR.
look awesome.
That's nice. The Horus Deity, I guess it's expected it was going to be secret, so that's nice, I guess. Okay, so Revs cards. Let's see what Revs cards is doing. Okay, 2 boxes for Revs cards. I don't think he's going to pull it at the end. Okay, what was Metaphys? Okay.
Go alongside.
Oh, Magispector.
We got some of the Magispector reprints in Maze of Malay.
Okay, so that's a Magispector secret. I don't think it's going to be very good, but we'll see. I think the fire decks are just so much better right now that probably everything else is like subpar, or just too mid. Let's see what else we got. Okay, what did he get? The Ashen card.
The Ashen.
Vados, the Eruption Dragon of Extinction. That's the name. During the main phase, if this card is in your hand, quick effect, you can target 1 card on the field. Special summon this card from your hand. Special summon this card to your opponent's field, and if you do, destroy that card. Then you can add to your hand 1 set Ashen continuous spell trap card. Does that count as the opponent activating a card, or is that yours still? Because if that doesn't, then that triggers Thrust and Talent Slave, which is insane. It's like the new Gen and Ken then. Okay, Carrot, which we don't care about. The Goatee Super. What else? Wait, what?
Oh, it would be when I say that we actually pull one. Okay, thank God.
He's got a,
this box obviously wins with the quarter century pull, but what is it going to be? It's an effect monster. Okay, we have Fish Lamp.
Okay.
Jongleur, Ghoul, Illusionist, E-Stranger, Big Bang, Princey Pug. It can be any, Ultra, or Secret. Could be the
Poplar?
Magicians of Bond and Unity. Let's see. Princey Pug. We have Goblin, Biker, Dog Charger.
Man, these QCRs are not going to be very good, are they? Outside of like Popular and Prince.
Quarter century. Like that. Banish this card you control. Special summon up to 2 missions.
The Ashen cards are like going to be QCRs. Maybe it's worth picking those up cheap and then holding them when they get expensive.
Psychic and
Oh, okay, cool.
Ultra Rare.
Poplar.
Snake Eyes, Poplar, baby. That's what I'm talking about.
So from what I'm seeing, either the creator boxes were insane, or these ultras are not shorted, which is very good.
That is definitely be returning to the set at some point in the future. Which means, last pack magic. Maybe a secret rare in this pack. What secret rare do we want to pull? We have every goblin card.
So how many ultras was
I think. Oh wait, no, except.
So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, that's from this is 2 boxes. No, this isn't. That's 2 boxes. 2 boxes. 1, 2. Yeah, definitely 2 boxes because you don't get 3 secret rares.
The spell and the Xyz secret rare. Let's see, we have Ultimate Offering, Jump Dragonlet, Convertible, Emergency Apport, Raid Raptor Roost, Raid Raptor Noir Lanius, Goblin Biker Boomac, E-Stranger Big Bang. Is it a secret rare or is it a dud? We have Raid Raptor, Bloom, Vulture. Okay, so we got 1 secret rare, but we did get the quarter century secret rare, so complaining. We have Phantom Knightmare. Let me know what you are looking for to Konami, though, once again, for sending these boxes over. Always super fun.
So that was 2 boxes. Okay, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's about 4 ultras per box, is it? 1, 2, 3. Unless you missed one. 3 to 4 box. Maybe 3 to 4 per box. Wait, this is 2 boxes, right? Okay, well, it doesn't look to be shorted, which is nice. Okay, let's go to Tom Box. See what he's saying.
Hey guys, it's Tom and Nishi. What's up, guys? Welcome.
Okay, so they got 2 boxes. They're doing a box battle. Yada, yada, yada. At this point, we've probably seen everything now. Okay, that's a Magispector secret. Okay, what's that one there? What's this one?
Arcs, they're not fires.
That's cool. That's fine.
Okay.
Earthbound Fusion.
It's interesting. Right.
Hero of
but
the
they're
Ashen.
darks.
Play.
High level.
Okay. high level. You need them to be under level 4 for them to be
pyro
good.
monsters.
Okay, so this one's
Interesting.
probably. I don't know if
Gotcha.
this one's gonna be making the final cut, but again, at low rarity, it's probably just worth picking up a complete like core of them, anyways. This is Priestess of the Ash End.
Okay, cool.
Another
We're
ultra.
gonna look into that. Oh! I like this card. This one almost looks like it's breaking the border
what
in
the
the...
hell is that
I'm
card?
slowing down. Social set. Okay, we have the Snake Eye Chase.
Oh my god, they are. You can see this on his camera up the top here. They are really bad, man. They're all like, damn. They look like they're like damaged out of the pack.
Oh. Okay, well,
Man, like
going
you
straight
can
to it.
see like
Bloom
that.
Vulture.
Man,
Nice.
that is disappointing.
There's several Raid Raptor cards in
Man,
this
I
set.
really hope quality
Okay,
control
I'm
is not
just
going
gonna
to be an
skip through the
issue,
back
but
board
it
now,
generally
because
is
that is
sometimes.
new.
Ass secrets, man. It's like one respectable secret in the set. God, this is not looking good. This set looks like, man. I have seen almost every single creator pull this shit out of a box, man. This is terrible. Man, so Tom didn't get anything good. Did Nishi get anything good? Nope. Doesn't look like it so far. Okay, Nishi did get something good. He got the princess.
I think I just won the box battle.
You probably did. Tom, even you know he won it.
Yes.
I called it for you.
You did call it. You said it would be a quarter century, but it was an ultra.
I was just...
Yeah. So like what I'm looking at is like these don't seem to be shorted. They seem to be like on an average of one per every 2 boxes, which that would be in a case like, what is it, 6 per case of each. That's not bad. So like if they're about what, like I think Kong's cards had the pre-sale up at what, 30 pounds and then 40 pounds. So it's like 70 minimum 70 quid value per box. That would per 2 boxes. So if each box is about 60, it's 120 per box. You get 70 there. So you get a little bit over half of your value back from just the ultra slots alone. And if you get lucky, you can get the QCR. Yeah. So those prices are probably going to go down if that's indeed the ratio, which we will find out later. Well, yeah, we'll watch Fafa. I've already seen like the clip of him getting it. So, well, I'll see what else. Maybe he pulls something interesting. It's not like the popular. But like these box openings, they drag out, man. I know. Oh, there we go.
The most generic.
Snake Eyes popular. I mean, I like Populous, but oh well, whatever. Wonder who edited this for him. Was it Crush Cards or was it Vlad? My guess is probably Vlad. Definitely wasn't Dyer. I don't think Fireful would trust Dyer with this kind of video. Which is understandable. Does it say in the comment who edited this? It does not. But I would guess it's probably like Vlad. I'd guess it's Vlad. That's my guess. Okay, so that's about it for like the reacting to the videos, I guess. They were not very good. We might not. Okay. I do want to look at the House of Champs and like MCOL 40 videos as well. Okay, so we'll look at the we'll look at what the market is doing like for pre-sales. So you definitely want to have a look at that one, and we'll do this as well. So we'll start with MCOL 40.
This is a Phantom Nightmare.
Okay.
World is going on. I know.
Okay, so let's see what this is. Let's see. So I did see the Kong's card sales a little earlier. I don't think it's really
The second market watch on the same is going to save you on your purchase over here. And
is that $318 US for the quarter century? Bro! My God! I mean, you're putting this on the same scale as like Little Knight. Holy fuck, man. I mean, it's a good card, but I'm gonna give you guys some breaking news. This thing ain't on the power level of Little Knight. So don't pre-sale price this thing as Little Knight. It ain't. My god, that is insane. I'm gonna... No. No. It is not Little Knight value.
Just in the 2 minutes of putting this video together and starting it, the Promethean Princess has already sold out at $320. So take a moment to think about that. That's just what we're starting at for the princess.
That is so stupid.
And that's crazy. And we don't even have Gamer's Choice up just yet. We'll have it probably later on.
Well, I guess it is Kong's cards. Kong's cards is like the place that's overvaluing cards all the time. So yeah, the set value is not going to be
half of this
high,
video.
at least from my opinion.
Populous or Pobler here coming in at 320 right now.
This tells me that I think they just said, make it 320, make it 318.24. This price is going to come down. This is not going to be the right price, but then again, like, who's doing this? Like, why are you doing this? Stop throwing money away, people. Like, are you just like secretly Elon Musk buying everything out for whatnots?
A little bit more expensively at the beginning of this. That's crazy. You also have Low coming in at 153, Saphira at 102. Okay. We have the Ashen to Princess.
They're going to go way
at
down.
102, which is actually not bad. I think this card is going to be gorgeous in Quarter Century. We have the Black Goat Laughs at 102. That's not terrible. Yubel, the Loving Defender Forever at 90. The Yubel fans are going to love this. Skull Guardian coming in at 83. Okay. We have the MP Meow Mine at 77. Valdios at 77. It's probably pretty normal. Awakening at 77. The Goblin Biker Grand Entrance at 77. The New Quarter Century at 64. That's actually not bad.
I think everyone...
And then we have the...
Someone to make a comment to the Bonds and Unity. I think we know why it's that price, because everyone is seeing that after the Duelist Nexus one, the Agov one flopped hard. This one's gonna flop hard. It's gonna be, my guess, like a $30 30 USD card in like probably like a month or two. I mean, just give me 1 sec to get to see if we can find the what's the Agov one at now? Bonds and Unity, okay. Okay. So yeah, here we can see, what is it? It's got sales at like in the $40 range. Yeah. There's one listed for 45 USD for the Agov one, so yeah. See here, there's one here listed 45. Might be lower. I'm not logged into my TCG count, but yeah, they're selling around 40. So that's kind of crappy. And then the Duelist Nexus one, I thought that was still over 100. It's under 100. It's like, it's got sales at 80, and they're not like selling fast. They're selling slowly. God, that's
the Goblin Biker Gabunga 60. This just imagine 50. The Formats that's in the set is Karna.
Yeah,
not the Eternal Machinery. I really am not a huge crazy fan of that. And these did move pretty quickly.
Okay, so the Voiceless Core for 230. That seems like about 200. Doesn't seem bad.
The Voiceless Voice Core is done. We have the Ashen Core at 83.
Okay, that sounds about right. Ashen Core there. 50. Yeah, so like I said, it's 50s and 30s. So it's not very much. I checked earlier, it was like 30 and 40. Honestly, that's not a bad number for these cards. And they're Euro prints, so you got to pay a little premium on them, but that's pretty reasonable. Okay, that's really what I wanted to see. Gamer's Choice. Oh, Gamer's Choice have deck
30. Okay. Then we have the Biker deck at 70.
The Ashen Core. Okay, so yeah, it's a little bit more expensive here. So Voiceless Core 229, so 230. Is it actually? Was it? Yeah, it's about the same number. $5-ish. That's not a whole lot when you're spending that much on them. Okay. Was there anything else here? Oh, that Gamer's Choice have the QCRs up.
What is it?
300. Okay, that's 300 for Princess, and that's not bad. Yeah, like I think we can clearly see that Kong's had like overestimated the price. Gamer's Choice 200 and then 300. Yeah, so that sounds about right. But I mean, unless you're pack, this doesn't really matter. You're not buying them. Like unless you're pack, this does not apply. Okay. Oh, well, this is kind of good. 50 and 40. That's actually a lot better. You know they're going to come down, and they're giving like the 5% off with like any creator code, like MPL40, Pack 5, whatever. Like you know you can get these cheaper. Okay. And then like the voiceless cards, I'm going to say I really like this. I like that the core is really cheap. Ashen core, voiceless core, whatever. Okay. So that's it for that one. Let's see what John's saying.
What's good, YouTube? And welcome to React and the pre-sale reviews. It's been a little bit.
Yeah, good job, John. Okay. It's been a little bit. Okay, well, that didn't last long. So what I'm seeing is Promethean Princess already sold out. Popular is still here. Popular. Okay. Yeah, it's the same thing, really. Nothing much there. Anything else going nuts right now? My God, I really regret not picking up these things like 6 months ago, just because I really should have had them anyways. So I've got like low rare. I got like a set of rares somewhere I can use for my bulk if I desperately need to use Saravis, but
I believe ultra rare going back up. Luckily, we do have a common version for the.
It's fine. Bahama Shark, please go up, please go up.
Example of that with the secret rare really steady climbing up, and now the unlimited is.
Oh my God! I bought one of these.
Price at a pretty crazy.
Oh my God! I bought one of these. Like like at the peak of tier format, when like not tier format, at the peak of tier limits, like a few months ago, and it's just gone down and down and down since then. And I've been like, yes, it's going up. I might be able to get out of the hole and move it for like not a huge loss.
Easy, and then you're able to revive. Want to play the chair for hype best deck point Link Spider here.
Ooh, Link Spider's going up. And if you really want to get a Link Spider, an ulti Link Spider at a great deal, this is the one I have on my eBay store. Go check that out. ! Links in the description to find everything you need. So if you want to get a cheap Link Spider that's up on auction, started at 99 cents. It's under about $20 right now. I recommend you check that out. Worldwide shipping is available as always.
Here is going for apparently Cash Tier that doesn't want to play the Chair Beanie line. You
that's right.
Draco Sack tokens, you're able to go up
into
Celine.
Cash Tier will be a good deck. Please buy this Link Spider from me.
We talked about Rise into layer decks. So I had Chair Beanie up here just.
Oh shit! Did I not get? Oh, fuck! I didn't get a Cherub. I knew I should have gotten a QCR Cherub. Oh well.
To compare a Beanie, tuner plus
Whoops.
one decent. Rares have spiked even extra as the secret itself continues to go.
This is stupid. This is so stupid. We need this to be more affordable. This is not good.
Starlight Rare, which is why I talk about the hype there so much. And a sale even at $620 with so few listings right now.
We are so
also,
in
Superstar
this Slayer
Typhon is going up for its quarter-century secret rare.
Typhon's
we often do see after new core sets come out, older core sets start to spike even harder as people reach back for pieces that they want.
If you have a QCR Typhon, it's cool. If you don't want to get one,
the level on it being expensive was there. It's getting more expensive, and yeah, the ultra rare even has been creeping up further towards $35.
What?
We talked about it being $35. Raptor Call is.
Oh God, it's so much, man.
Channel blast cards, Star Strike blast cards.
Oh yep. Holy shit! Bust out the old Karakuri cards. Maybe got to move those things, man. I wasn't going to, but Jesus.
X-Saber Urbellum
No
is
way.
up
No way.
in
No way.
price. This
What,
one's interesting
19?
because it's very
No
niche
way.
for past formats, but it
I might have to go through my like OG format binder, get some of those cards that I thought were just bulk crap there. Man, that's so nuts, man. So nuts. Holy shit. Well, what can I say? It might be time to go through the old bulk and start moving some shit out of it, eh? Okay, well, we might do that. Okie dokies. Yeah. And then why Cosmo?
if you think this is overhype, or is that simpler times and people are we're gonna play Cosmos? Are you the scored? First editions are back up there in price of over Cosmos. Oh, but some people well, I felt a little bit of
Okay, well that's fine. Nothing really to care about too much there. Let's see. What next? Do I have anything else I was looking at? No, we've done the OCG metagame thing, so we don't need to do that. Okay, so this video from Pat came out a few days ago entitled Why You're Not Winning at Yu-Gi-Oh! This was a recommendation to watch this video. I have not seen it yet, but I think it's, from what I've heard, it's been something interesting. So let's hear what Pat has to say.
Hey, what's up guys? So as you can see from the video title, I wanted to talk about why you're not winning in Yu-Gi-Oh! And before you get a little defensive as if I'm attacking you.
Bro, what the fuck? I'm good at the game. Damn it, Pac.
I think the whole point of this video is going to talk about the lessons I learned the
Pac,
way
please do not
to
cancel the
finally
coaching session that
doing
we
well
are
at
doing.
Premier events. Let's start from the beginning, right? I think we can all agree that Yu
need
is a
your help.
pretty tough game. It has evolved a lot from like the playground Yu-Gi-Oh! That you all know and love. And I remember, even
that.
myself, my story is that I got into competitive Yu-Gi-Oh! 3 to 4 months after picking up the game towards the end of 2019, so like about the start of 2020. And honestly, it was really hard for a newer player to understand like all the different summoning mechanics, all the different rulings, interactions, what it means to properly sequence your cards, technical play, making the right.
This is so true. Like, I say this all the time. This game is so freaking complex. And even someone like Pac doesn't get it right all the time. He struggles with some rulings, which means if someone as competent and well accomplished as him can struggle with the game, we're in a really bad spot where something needs to change.
Right reads. It was impossible. I even remember being so overwhelmed that I actually looked up a CMO video on how to link summon.
You know it's bad when you have to go to Alex goddamn C mode.
Because I bought 3 Solomon Greed structure decks and I was like, dude, what are these blue monsters? Like, how do I summon them, right? I quickly found out that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a pretty tough game. Definitely not easy. It turns out there's a pretty big difference between just throwing cards on the table and playing your cards with purpose. So when YCS start resuming after COVID in 2022, I was really excited to travel to my first person YCS. I've only been to one other YCS at the time, which was YCS Vegas with Steven and Sam. But
yeah, this is actually going to be real fun for me too. Despite the fact I have been playing the game since 2005, I have actually not played in a YCS event. I've played at both Nationals and the Oceanics or WCQ, which is for the North American viewers. This side is the equivalent to your Nationals, or for the European viewers, your European Championship. However, in Australia, we never had YCSs before 2013. I think the first YCS we had was back in 2014 or 2015 during like when Bujin spiked, and I had to take a hiatus from the game then. So in a few months' time in Sydney for 2024, I am actually going to get to play my first YCS. So yeah, gonna have a cool experience there, see how it is.
But I never been to a solo YCS, in-person YCS. Like, I never performed at one. I more played at one. And if you guys were following me at the time, you would know that the first 5 YCSs I attended, I didn't perform. I kept bubbling, I kept losing, and
I didn't know that. I thought he was just a goddamn genius.
There was a multitude of factors, but it would be shameful of me to say that I didn't do well because of I just bricked or my opponent sacked me or all these other reasons. I think me being the type of person I am, I started to find the reasons why, and I think that shift in mindset is how I was able to perform. And I think for most people, when they're in that predicament, in that situation, when they don't perform the first 5 premier events they attended, they probably would have stopped because of the sink in time, money. Man, when you don't see results, it's easy to get
money's a
discouraged.
big one.
But I shifted my mindset and I really looked back into like what has changed, like how did I like start to perform. And I'll say the first piece is like determining if the games you're losing are within your control and be honest with yourself. So I remember that people come up to me at YC.
So that's a big thing that I think a lot of people undervalue, that you have to be very honest with yourself if you want to improve. And that's like a big thing that I always do. I look at games in hindsight as what, like, could I have done something differently? And is this thing that I could have done differently, is it a realistic option? And then saying, did I lose this game, but was it within my control? And I think a lot of the matchups that I've lost, especially recently, like say within the last 3 months, a lot of the games were in my control, thus being I should have won them, but it's because I piloted incorrectly that I lost the game. So the last OTS championship I went to, which was like 2 months ago, I think, one of the games I lost, which was round 3, was just completely out of my control. Nothing could have been done differently. Just unplayable hands in both games 1 and 2. That's one of the uncontrollable losses I had. But then I think about it back to like round 4, where I lost one of my games because of game 3, but that was just simply me not being a good enough pilot, and that's why I lost that game. I look back in hindsight and say, why didn't I just do this? And this would have changed the whole outcome of the game, or when I would have had an option to win. So that's unfortunate, but I think I agree with what Pac's saying. Be honest with yourself about that.
They would say, hey, what's up, Pac? How are you? I'll be like, I'm doing good. I'm like, how are you doing in the tournament? They're like, yeah, I'm X2, bro, X3. Like, I'm not doing too good. And they would always go on a rant about how they lost, right? Your friends probably do this to you too. Right within like the first couple of minutes of hearing the story, I can tell right away if they're capping, or if they actually could have played better. And I'm guilty of it too. I mean, at the end of the day, right, it can be quite embarrassing to tell your friends, content creators you look up to, that you punted, that you misplayed, or all those things. But
see, I look at it completely opposite like that. If I mess up, roast me for it. If I mess up, I'm not going to care about it if I did it wrong. Like, if I lost, because it's like the games that frustrate me the most are the games that I just have no control over. Those are the games that frustrate me, because it's like you have nothing you can do in that situation. It's like it was already written in the cosmos by a great divine power that you will lose this game. Nothing you can do about it. And that's why I'm kind of excited for post-Phantom Knightmare format, because I feel as though there's nothing which really says you can't play the game, so you have the ability to win every game.
But at some point, the lies you keep telling others and yourself almost make it to a point where they're self-fulfilling. You will actually start believing that you couldn't have played better, that you could not have sequenced your hand better, or like you could not have made a better read on the back
outside
row,
of
right?
Trick,
And I
who
think
has
when
that
you do
ego?
this, it can be pretty detrimental to your growth as a player. A good anecdotal story of this is, I remember at YCS Charlie, I played a good friend of mine, Christian Reyna, on the
Gunther!
bubble, and I lost
Gunther jump
because
scare.
I didn't ash his Phantasme, and he ended up drawing Nibru off the Phantasme, which actually ended the game and my tournament run, and as stupid as that was, like, I don't know what possessed me to not do it at the time, but it was clearly a mistake, and I quickly realized it after the match when I got nibbed. I'm like, wait a second, did you draw that Nibru off the Phantasme? I'm like, what did I hold Ash for? Like, I was going for game. I should have just asked Phantasme, right? And like, it's that kind of like critical thinking, that reflection that made you realize, like, okay, wait a second, I am not going to top this YCS because of this mistake I made, right? And admitting those gives me comfort that I could have played better. Like, that is critical to growth, right? So, and it's also important to note that like these small mistakes you like make at these like within these rounds, maybe I was X1 at the time and I made this mistake against Gunther, and now I'm X2, I'm still in the tournament, but it's important to note that like these small mistakes have ripple effects. That one match you lost can like change your whole tournament drastically.
That is so true.
Yeah, that's kind of like how I got better, because even if I do like a lot of self-reflection in between these games, and even after Josh and I played our feature match at YCS Bologna, I remember he and I chatted in Top Cut, and we were like, Josh was like, hey, I could have played better, and I told him like, hey, I could have played better too. And it was so crazy because
Josh, you were bad. Pack, you were bad. You're both bad. You both suck. Neither of you. Well, actually, no, wait, no. I was gonna say neither of you won the tournament, but actually, Josh did win the tournament. But Pack, you do suck. It's okay.
Because that like really goes to show that, you know, like how the top players think. Always trying to figure out like, okay, or like even though he.
What's up? Shotgun blazing. We're just watching this thing. Just doing a react Andy to this video.
Like Josh won our match. Like he was even like, wait, hold up, I didn't actually play the best I did. And I think like that type of like critical thinking is really, really important. That's the first aspect, admitting to mistakes, and
that's just like part of self-reflection and growth. Like being able to say, hey, I know I'm doing what I'm doing wrong. I can learn from these mistakes and look at things in hindsight without like say emotions into it.
Improving and learning from them. The second piece is learning how to play Yu-Gi-Oh! Is more important than learning how to play a specific deck. If you think about it, the reason why I'm able to consistently switch decks for every YCS and play them at a very high level is because I believe that mastering the fundamentals of Yu-Gi-Oh! Will give you a lot more mileage for your time. I will definitely concede the fact that it will take a lot more time if you're a newer player, because there's a lot.
Yeah, okay, so I want to point something out with this one. So one of the things that Pack is saying is if you, as a newer player, getting back into the game and having to relearn everything is really difficult. So my experience with this was back in, I think, 2018 or 2019, whenever it was like full power, like Adamanticators, or like, actually, that might have been like 2020, or I don't know, I'm messing up my years. But what I'm trying to make is, the point I'm trying to make is, after 2013, I took a break from the game. Then I didn't even look at the game for years. Didn't know what was happening with it. I think I saw like a YCS happen and that was like it. Come back like 5-6 years later, it took me, I shit you not, it took me probably 6 to 12 months just to feel comfortable playing the game online casual again. So because of the complexity of the game, because of the vast card pool, it takes so long just to relearn the game. I'm not saying learn from scratch. I'm saying relearn the game if you already know how to play the game. And that's like one of the other things I think that's what he's saying is really important right now. That understanding how to play, not like just saying how to normal summon, how to tribute summon, like not the fundamentals, but learning just how to play the game in general.
To learn in the beginning, like understanding how chain links work, understanding what turn player priority means, understanding like rulings, interactions, like understanding all these things that have nothing to do with your deck. Understanding turn player priority, understanding that on resolution you have priority to activate a fast effect. Like these are things that have nothing to do if you're playing an Unchained deck, if you're playing like a virtual deck, if you're playing a Pearly deck. These have nothing to do with those decks. It's about the game itself. And I think understanding the game at its core is much more important, because then you can like apply those fundamentals to multitudes of decks, right? Like understanding how the damage step works, like understanding how trigger effects works, and using that to your advantage.
The damage step low-key is like something I think a lot of people still get lost in, which is crazy to think that people just don't understand the breakdown of the damage step.
Those type of things about Yu-Gi-Oh, about the fundamentals of Yu-Gi-Oh is, in my opinion, much more important to learn than just learning like there's like the memorizing a combo. Because the truth of the matter is that like memorizing combos will not take you far, because it never actually works that way in a tournament. You will get hand trapped, you will get stopped, your opponent will interact with you. This game is not solitaire.
And I'm gonna say that's where I think like one of the biggest weaknesses is for me, like, is that on script, flawless. That's the easy stuff. Just sticking to the script, knowing, okay, combo 1, summons, activate bonfire, add this, special summon this, yada yada yada. That anyone can do that. It's the stuff of like, say, turn 2, like follow up, playing through interactions, or like turn 3, okay, I've done my line, my opponent's done their combos or whatever. Now it's back to me. I have to play through everything and figure out and then navigate the line to kill them. That's like your off-script stuff. That's the hard stuff. If you can master the off-script plays, that's what Pack is, I feel, saying here, that's how you get better as a player.
And so as a result, like these combos that like people show off and like the spreadsheets and all that stuff, well, they're important to know, but you need to understand like why they work, how they work, instead of memorizing how they're being performed. I will say like one of the reasons why like some players who've been playing forever are leagues ahead is because they've experienced a lot of like these rulings, these interactions, like how all these things work, all the Yu-Gi-Oh fundamentals. They learned that way earlier on. If you looked at some of my first streams when I started playing Yu-Gi-Oh, it was actually me grinding Dueling Book, watching back my replays. I did this for months.
Go back. What? Go back.
Yu-Gi-Oh was actually me grinding.
Yo, look at this. What is that, bro? What the fuck? That doesn't even look like him anymore. Wait, Pac was playing a trap. Pac playing Outlet. I don't even know who that is anymore. But
Dueling Book, watching back my replays. I did this for months until I became really good at adapting to like the different game states. And all the experiences, all the lessons you learn from playing Yu-Gi-Oh, not playing specific deck, playing Yu-Gi-Oh will develop to what I call like this Yu-Gi-Oh game sense, right? Like other games would call this like game sense. I call this like your Yu-Gi-Oh game sense. Like that kind of like being able to navigate game states or like make reads, all that kind of stuff, right? And I would say like Jesse is a really good example of this, right? Like he's refined his fundamentals and technical plays over the years to where...
Is he seriously bringing up Jesse effing Cotton into a... So Jesse's like really good at the... No shit, Jesse's probably the best player in the TCG, period. I don't think using Jesse as an example is like something you should bring up. Because if you use Jesse as an example... it's going to cause a lot of people like to think, well, you're never going to be as good as Jesse. That's the odds. Like Jesse Cotton, 5-time YCS champ, like multiple-time UDS champ, multiple-time Worlds competitor, Master Duel Worlds competitor finalist. Like that. I think a better example might have been someone like, say, who's a more recent player to the game that's like really good and like has really good fundamentals and can consistently top. I would probably go with like Paulie Aronson or like a Steven Santoli. They haven't been around forever, but both of them play at with very deep understanding from the fundamental level. Like you very rarely see Steven Santoli on feature make an error. Like like Paulie, sounds like, oh no, what am I doing wrong here? Like he comes across as this like very friendly guy, but and that's fine, but he's like very fundamentally, he's got a very well understanding of fundamentals. Like, and you saw that on the World's Finals feature. He completely outplayed the Sword Soul player just by making sure he knew how to fundamentally play and interact when a hand trap happened. So I think that would have been more of a better understanding for like using someone like that who's not like, say, the end boss at the finals of every single YCS. Use one of the guys that's, say, more recently come into the spotlight and they're showing you they know how to perform at a fundamental level.
He does not need to practice as much or play as much in order to do well YCSs. Like I have personally...
Jesse doesn't even fucking play much anymore. Jesse literally says, hey, I'm going to Original this week. Hey, stream, chat, give me like 40 random cards and I'll throw them into my deck, and he probably still wins.
Tested with Jesse, and all he does is theory. Like he doesn't even play. Like it came to the point where Jesse just pulls up to a YCS and just cooks people because of the game sense he develops from years of practice. I think for someone like myself, if you're a newer player, if you're someone looking to get better and get to that...
Excuse me? Did he just say someone like him? Pac, you are not the reason people suck at Yu-Gi-Oh! You're not the first face I think of. Like, I don't think of Pac as like, oh, Pac's like bad at the game. No, Pac, you are closer to Jesse than you are to that locals kid.
That level, you're gonna have to work a little bit harder. He's been doing it since he was like 15, right? And that's what I kind of like did when I first started. Like,
Pac is
2020, end of
great.
2019. That's
Pac is great. Like, I'm actually going to be doing coaching sessions with Pac for the YCS upcoming. But like, when you compare yourself like to the averages, Pac is like a multiple-time YCS winner. Like, I wouldn't consider him to be like at that beginner level. I would say let's use like someone I can use as an example. Someone who like consistently tops YCSs or like regional events, but they don't go like all the way. I'd say like that's like someone like is the average player from like a competitive level if you're trying to get better. Probably like in that scenario, maybe that level of player. But it's like I wouldn't include it at the point of say Pack. No, Pack is too good at the game to be like considered that like that level of player. He's so much better than that.
Kind of like what I did. I had to play more than others. Like I had to be on dueling, but I had to like, because I need to make up the in time by getting more experience. Like for that lack of time that I don't have playing the game, I need more experience.
Because he
the only way to
started
get more
later in the
experience
game.
is to
Oh, I
play
get it now.
and play critically, right? Because you could play the game but not feel anything, right? Like you could mindlessly like I put cards on the table, do this, do that, like set a couple stuff. When you play and you're trying to improve, you should always be critically thinking about, okay, how should I sequence my hand in order to play around Droll and Lockbird, because I know that's a very common card in the format.
Okay, yeah,
if
that's
that's the
true.
case, should I start with this normal summon? But does that expose me to Valor and Imperm? Does that even matter? Like, do I lose those two cards anyways? Should I just start with the most powerful normal summon? You know, these are things that should be going through the back of your head. If you're looking to get better at the game, there's like
I mean,
no
from my
shortcut.
perspective,
Reading
isn't that
about
what
how
you're
like
doing
a deck
anyways?
works is not gonna help you get there. Like you're gonna need that game experience.
Like that's part of the thing I feel as though you should be doing anyways. Like I'm purposely thinking that it might be better just to set up weaker turn 1 boards to play around certain hand traps rather than just say, you know, I'm going to play out my combo line that I saw on YouTube. If they have the hand trap, they have it. That seems so bad. Just, I don't understand why you wouldn't just play around the hand traps when possible anyways.
Right? How many people at a YCS play like the tier 1 deck? How many people play Rescue Ways? Why is it so few making top cut? Why is it like the same players making top cut? It's because like you could be.
Well, the reason there's so few of the Rescue Ace players making top cut in comparison is because we don't really have a format where one deck is like overwhelmingly better than the other decks. Everything is so similar in terms of power scaling that it's not easy to see. Like the best deck might have like a 2% edge over the second best deck in the format. That doesn't mean that the Rescue Ace players are bad. It just means that the ceiling of each of those decks is just super thin, I guess you'd call it, right? Something like that.
Be playing the same deck as someone else, but you could be playing it so different, it's not even close. Like one person looks like a surgeon, the other guy looks like a first-year nurse. The third piece I wanted to cover was you're playing the best deck, but you're not playing the best deck choice for an event. And I think it's natural to gravitate towards the preconceived best deck, and to be quite honest, sometimes there isn't any other choice. We can look to tier 0 formats like tier elements, and if you're trying to figure out a meta call, it was borderline impossible. The deck was just too powerful. It had outs for every scenario. Like the only deck that could really compete toe to toe, engine to engine, was essentially the mirror. But there are a lot of formats in Yu-Gi-Oh where it isn't just dominated by one deck, and I think when I attend premier events, I always try to block out as much noise as possible, really sit down and determine which decks are good deck choices. It's time consuming. Like it's not, I'm not saying like this is something you figure out day one of like, you know, sitting stuff down. Like it's time consuming. That's what people have to understand, that when I'm sitting down trying to figure out which decks are good, I'm like trying all these decks out and understanding at a core what their pros are and what their win conditions are, what their lose conditions are, and how they fare into matchups, right? How does this deck fare into the Fire King matchup? Like how does this deck fare into the Rescue Ace matchup, right? Like does this deck have an inherent advantage against the top tier 1 decks? If so, where does it have that advantage? And is the advantage enough to carry me to a victory even though my deck is slightly weaker, right? So things like these are what you're gonna have to like think through, right? And the other important thing is that like when someone says X is good, Y is good, it's really important that you really try to determine if it's actually good or bad because of your own testing. Like this is like really important. I think this is like the most important thing, which is like you should have like conviction when you submit a deck list for a YCS. Like it shouldn't, you know, obviously you can be a little bit nervous.
Yeah, so like so that's one of the things that I've been doing for a long time personally. When I build my deck list for an event or even for just a locals level, I ask myself this: why is every card in here? What is the purpose of playing this card? Does this card actually help me right now? Is it here for consistency reasons? Is it here because you need it for follow-up? Is it like what does this card being in my list add that if it wasn't in my list? And that's like what you have to ask yourself. You also have to ask yourself in terms of deck building, like how consistent is my deck in terms of playing like when I go first? Uninterrupted, like what percentage of the time am I going to play? And is that like 90%? Is it 60%? Could you make it better? Should you play maybe less non-engine spots? Do you need more non-engine spots? Like these are all the things that I ask myself before I play a deck. And I think that's really lost in translation, that a lot of people will just get a deck list they see off YouTube and say, well, pack one with this list, so why can't I play it? And that's like one of the things I think is lost in just like modern style deck building. Everyone just goes to YouTube, which it's not a bad thing because it's just like it can sometimes be a shortcut. But if you're not asking yourself why this card's here, like as Pac's saying, it's gonna like hurt your fundamental understanding of why a card's good or bad.
Nervous about the tournament and stuff like that, but you should be like, you should have your own conviction and your own like thought process, like, hey, like I think from my own testing, I think this is good, right? And at the end of the day, if you don't have enough time or if you're not confident, like you can always reach out to other people to get their insight, but at the end of the day, it's you, like you're the one that should be making the decision, right? It's kind of like, I think net decking is great, and then net decking and improving on someone else's deck is even better. Taking someone else's deck but mindlessly like just submitting it is not, I think, the best way to like perform. I think it can maybe get you there, but it's not like the best way to do well. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. It's just, I think if you're looking to do better, like it's not gonna get you there. Yeah, if you don't have time, then you can refer to creators that you trust or like friends for some insight. Hire a coach to maybe get you to that next step. Like a good example is like, I remember like Joshua Schmidt, like he reached out to me. He was like, he wasn't testing out as much, right? Because of the time constraints and all this stuff. And he asked me for my opinion on what decks I thought were good. I think this was around like maybe Euros, if I'm trying to remember. He asked me for my opinion on like the Pearly deck. And I explained to him like what my thoughts are on Pearly, its matchup, its pro, like what's some weaknesses, like what advantages does it have, all this stuff, like why I think it's actually a good pick, why I played for the last 2 events I played. And at the end of the day, Josh didn't blind listen to me, thank God. Like, but he took it, he applied his own unique spin to it, he critically thought about what I said, God, like why I played for the last 2 events I played. And at the end of the day, Josh didn't blind listen to me, thank God. Like, okay. But he took it, he applied his own unique spin to it, he critically thought about what I said and if I was actually right or wrong, and then ran with it, right? But like I said, at the end of the day, is like you're making a decision, you're critically thinking. Don't just blindly follow XYZ opinion. You can ask them for their suggestions, but don't blindly follow. The last piece is about that you're adding cards to your deck because you like them, not because they're objectively good. And I know we're all guilty of this, okay? Like you have that one favorite card, you just
okay. I get this. Yeah, it's sometimes it's hard to not put Starlight Rare Appaloosa in your deck in some past situations when you just got a Starlight Rare. Yeah, I get it. I get what you're saying.
You got to throw in your deck, okay? Like, I get that. Because when people send me decks to review, like, I just find this happening all the time to the point where I kind of want to talk about it. Because I have, like, done a lot of coaching. I have reviewed people's deck lists and stuff like that. And one of the things I want to ask them is, like, why are you playing that card? More often than not, the scenario people present to me is like, dude, if pigs started raining tomorrow, like, you need that card for that one situation that happens maybe once every 10th moon where, like, the moon turns red. Like, I'm just like, dude, like, maybe you should take it out. Maybe and they're like, no, but I want that card. I need that card. And so, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like people are, like, emotionally attaching themselves to certain cards rather than objectively saying, like, is this card, like, good to play in the deck? At the end of the day, all this is really say, like, you know, rely on math instead of subjective feelings when it comes to deck building. Exactly. So you don't have regrets, right? Because even if you don't misplay on a technical perspective at the YCS or at the premier event you're going.
Yeah, so that's one of the things, like, I found, like, I mentioned this earlier when I had a round 3 at the OTS championship and I lost. Later, for me, I figured out that while I might not have been able to control that loss at the time of the actual match, I felt like I could have controlled that loss if I did a better job building my deck. And that's really where my issue was. I messed up because I didn't prepare enough with the deck list I had written out. So later, in hindsight, if I was able to change that, I would have said, there are so many things I would do to change this list to make it more consistent. So yeah, that's really where it was at.
going to. When it comes to playing the deck, like when it comes to building the deck, you might have misplayed there, and that might explain why you're not doing as well, right? I actually have an anecdotal example of this where after I won Weiss Paulo, I would say my technical play with Unchained was even better. Like I played Unchained even better at Weiss Vancouver, but guess what? I didn't even top Weiss Vancouver. Not because I misplayed, but because I didn't build my deck correctly. I had 45 cards in the deck for no reason, and it was off the backbone of emotion. I'm like, dude, I just won with the Unchained Soul of Disaster in my deck. How can I take this boy out? You know what I'm saying? This boy was he's my boy. You know what I'm saying? I cut them in, and I drew that card like it was my job every hand, and I lost 3 matches that event, and every match I lost was because I bricked. Every game I was able to draw even a remotely playable hand regardless of the dice roll, I won. And guess what? I took my own advice, and the wisest after in Wisest Cancun, I decided to trim the fat down and made my Unchained deck 40 cards. I took out every unnecessary card, only kept in the necessary cards to play the game, to perform, and I topped because I just didn't brick it all in Swiss, and I was able to play every game. And because I knew that my technical play was very good with the deck, what I had to fix was the deck building component, which is something that goes overlooked because sometimes you will actually get sacked. Like you will definitely like get completely demolished by your opponents, but you also have to consider all the times like, okay, like if I can't control the technical play aspect, what could I have controlled? And it's important that like, you know, you're in a healthy relationship with yourself in the sense that like, you know, you control what you can. Like there are some things you will not be able to control, but the most important part about it is like just being honest with yourself, right? Like you don't need to cap to anyone else. Just, you know, just keep it real. That's gonna conclude the video. Let me know if you agree or disagree with some of the points I made.
You know, so I'm gonna go with this. So I think for the most part, the points he makes are very valid. From the deck building side to being honest with yourself, being able to view how you do things in hindsight, and just understanding the game. If you want to be competitive at the game, understand what the fundamental issues are that you have and find a way to fix it. That's pretty much all we can say from that. And then understand that some of the losses in the tournament you might have were uncontrollable. Just they could have been controlled if you had better practices in, say, like deck building. So that's really where it comes down. It comes to mindset of the tournament, fundamental understandings, being able to do a lot of thorough testing and understand why you're playing certain cards in your deck, and also just using math to make the adjustments, but also knowing how to play against certain hand traps. Like, again, YouTube combo tutorial number 1 might be very fun, but loses to Nib, Droll, Ash, Imp, and whatever. Whereas YouTube combo maybe 2 is a slight adjustment to that. While it might be weaker, it plays through the things that you lose to, and you kind of take that extra precaution. So that's really what I'm thinking about there. But yeah, overall, a really good video pack. So I'm going to say that is one of the videos that, yeah. I think I've said my piece. This is a good video. And this is why Pack is quickly becoming my favorite Yu-Gi YouTuber, because he honestly gives his all to giving out knowledge of the game to up everyone's skill level. Okay. What should be next? Well, I've done the Phantom Knightmare stuff I wanted to. I've done the OCG stuff I wanted to do. Could just play some dueling book, I guess. Could just do some of my own testing. What else is there to do? What's the reactions? We've done the videos there. You know, I don't think there's a whole lot else I want to do today. So, you know what we're going to do? We're going to go into dueling book. And we're going to play some Edison. I'm going to go Value Turbo. Hopefully we don't get too many bozos, but let's just see what happens. There we go. It's not banned in this one. I might put some background music on. Let's see. Okay, so we're doing some Edison Format here. Edison Format is... What can we say? It is 2010 March format. It's simpler times and whatnot. Okay, let's do this. So this is actually a really decent hand here. So we're gonna go with Whirlwind, summon Shura, and we're going to trigger the Whirlwind. So my thought process here is to go with Bora and use that for my follow-up. Now, this might seem weird because I'm losing to Heavy Storm by doing this. But my theory is this: if I place 1, I'm losing to Heavy Storm anyways. Okay, that's fine. So I don't want to just say lose to Heavy Storm regardless. I want to make a... Yep, that's fine. I don't want to lose to Heavy Storm regardless. Really? Okay. I'm thinking I'll probably just grab Gale here. Special the Gale. We're going to declare this to bring that down to 900. We're going to attack over it. We're going to declare the effect. And the cool thing about this is a negated effect now. So which means we can actually synchro off with this. So we can go synchro into a 5 here. Which will be, I'm going to make Android in this scenario. And then what you do is you sync the Android in with the Gale for a Stardust Dragon. And we're just going to end our turn. I'm just going to prison this, because this way it doesn't worry about the honest. It takes away the miracle fusion ability. That's fine. Okay. Let's see. So I'm just going to try to hit this one randomly. Cool. That's judgment. That's great. And then we're going to go with this. Attempt to do this and attempt to use this. Okay. So that was a really quick game, but we had a really good hand to deal with that. Let's see. So it's heroes. I don't know which version of hero it is. I didn't really see a lot, but I'm going to take out Dust Shoot because I don't think that's going to be generally powerful enough in this matchup. Cyber Dragon is excellent. I don't know if I like Oppression into this match going second, because they generally will set up their plays. I'm going to work on that. It's really good. These are really good. MF is not great. I think this will be fine. Just side in these 4 cards. Mind Control is like okay. I guess if we have the Synchro play, Brain Control decent. We'll just do this one. We're up a game, so we have a little bit of flexibility here. Okay, so this is actually a really decent hand, and we have a lure, so. Yep, that's cool. I believe... Okay, so this is probably like the, You have to get rid of this. You actually just have to get rid of this. There's no noting in this, by the way. Oh. Please don't. There's no noting. No. Okay, well, I mean, if you do it again, so I assume sure. Really? Heavy? It's monsters only. Okay, so this is an interesting thing. So I'm gonna go with this first. Well, that was easy. So I'm gonna summon the Cyber Dragon, and then I'm gonna go Black Whirlwind. I'm gonna null summon this and activate that. We're gonna go with the Kalut. The blackest of wing for the Kalut. So I'm actually gonna do this a little bit differently here. I'm thinking maybe going Cyber Dragon into this, holding the Kalut so that way he can't beat over it. And then knowing that we can now follow up. I'm thinking we can follow up. Or is it just better to go into something like a Vayu here? Make a 6. I'm gonna say no. I think we hold the Kalut for later. And that way, even if we get hit by the Gauze, it's fine. Go ahead. Okay, that rotor is fine. It doesn't do anything to us. So we know he's got Ocean. We know he's got Alias. It's gonna have to be that. Okay, sure. That's fine. Sure. So you going for okay, sure, that's fine. I'll take the 400. And I don't know why you did that. That was really bad. Okay, cool. Oh, if only we had this first. Okay, I'm not entirely sure how this works, so I need to check an interaction. Because I know my turn player will trigger here when it's destroyed, and then his will trigger secondary. So, yeah. Oh, wait a second. We go Gale, make... Did we go Gale, make Brio, and it doesn't work for old rulings? Cool. Yeah, this is how we do it. Let's just do it anyways. And that does not destroy. Nope, does not work. Doesn't work. Old rulings. Does it work? Oh, let me confirm. Let me confirm. Maybe I'm wrong about this. It's Elemental Hero. Let's see. Okay. Let's see. So. Okay, this monster. Okay. See. Let's see. So the rules here. If this face-up card leaves, even on your opponent controls, even if it's returned. Okay, so it does. Fuck, I'm an idiot. Okay, well, I might have just thrown this one. Oops. I might have just thrown this game. Oh well. At least we still have this. Yeah, so in the modern era, you I'm not really too concerned. Okay, that's absolutely terrible. Yeah, this game is probably just going to be a loss from my own. Oops. Yep. Okay, and that would have helped last turn. Okay, so yeah, I just completely threw that game. No, we won't side those in. Going first. Those are really bad going first. Oh, we put this in actually. We actually put this in. I think it's don't want to draw too many of those. I think it's actually the one that just does this. It might be the special version of this deck. If it's a special summon version of this deck, then Dinah beats him. Yeah, so Dinah actually wins in certain matchups. Okay, I'm not going to do Dust Shoot now. That's fine. I'm not going to Dust Shoot here because I think they're going to use something to add. I imagine I'm taking Stratos. Okay. Oh, okay. Actually. No. You revealed hand first. No, you revealed the hand, man. On res you can. On res you can. No, on res you can. I'm gonna get rid of. Dude, no. Why would you reveal hand first? Well. Mistakes happen. Really side draw? I'm keeping the Stratos there because this well, I'm actually get rid of the alias. I'm thinking of what I want to do. I don't want alias on board. I'm thinking. It wasn't I believe it was Cyber Dragon, wasn't it? Wasn't it Cyber Dragon? Wasn't it Sidra in hand? Not 2 Stratos. Sidra in hand, not 2 Stratos. I mean, it showed me you added Stratos. The system. The system. Yeah, I know. That's why it's weird. It's strange. That's why it's strange. Can you show the hand, please? Are we a real? Okay, now it's fine. Okay, now it's better. That was weird. Okay, so I don't want to let it. Okay. No. I'm. Okay, no. So let's see. We'll get rid of the. We will get rid of. Let's. Let's get rid of Stratos, which cuts off that, and let's get rid of. We'll get rid of the Sidra. That's Strat, alias, Strat, alias, Spark. Okay, cool. No, I mean, you're coming from. Well, you did it, so. Now we're fair. Now we're fair game. So the set card is Alias, right? Okay, so I know it's Alias, Alias, Spark. That's what I know. Like, this is the kind of guy that I just really don't want to play. And this is like the reason I hate Dueling Book. I mean, I know the last 3 cards. It's 2 Alias and Spark. Let's go in. Okay, so that's fine there. And I will end my turn. Go ahead. Yeah, we'll do 35 direct. It protects you against Gauze as well, like this. So it means if he has Gauze, he now has to attack over this. 700. Oh, wow. That is a sick draw. End turn. We don't have to do anything here. Cool. Sure. Okay, so he's going for the Diva line, which is a 5. So it'll be Android. I don't think I know the other cards. So I'm guessing it could be something like it's got to be Miracle Fusion. Yep, Miracle Fusion. But this is fine because I think we can still win like 1200 over this. So this is 200 and then 2400. Right, 200. Okay, didn't attack directly. Okay. So if I go Gale here, reduce this. Gale. We can out this. And make a Stardust Dragon. $12.50? Cool. Where's Stardust? Here we go. This is a $12.50. What else could we? Yeah, we attack over this one. There we go. Okay, so Ocean, sure. Okay, so we just Gale over this, right? So that's a That was like the only thing I could think of. So that's 500 over, so it's 500. 15 and then 24. 24. Okay, so they're on 38. So this is really the only problem I have here. Okay, so what we do here is this. Huh. I mean, I'm gonna block him because I don't want to have to listen to it. Well, let's see. Blizzard, get this. Activate the effect. Reduce the attack here, which will go down to 1500, which means it'll be. So what I have to do is I have to figure out which Gale is going to do the most. So if I get rid of this, it'll be only that much, right? It won't be game. So I do this Gale to take that 12 down. I mean, I need to follow up regardless, right? So we'll hit that one down to 12. I'll tack over this for 100. I don't lose next turn then, because it's only 17. Oh, yeah. Rulings. Let's check. Let's check. Let's confirm. Let's confirm. Let's confirm. Stratos. Let's confirm. Well, I'm gonna confirm. Okay, start road. Okay, where is it? This is like the Edison thing on there. I got trigger effect by the way. Starlight Road, literally right there. Starlight Road cannot be chained. The effect cannot be activated. Shadows is down here. The effect does not count here. Okay. Yep, it says Starlight Road cannot be chained. Okay. Then don't need to look at it anymore. And let's see, that's 17 over. That's good. Yep, got it. Okay, so that was terrible. It was definitely that game 2 which cost me that match, and that was what Pac was saying. It was the game 2. I'm gonna be finishing up soon here. Only okay. Wow, we're not good at Edison format. I feel like some people like that, like you just, oh god, they're the worst to deal with. Okay, so I'm gonna, this I think is a really good walkthrough here. You don't set both of these because they both deal with a monster. So I'm gonna set Mirror Force because I think this is a better card to set. But yeah, this hand doesn't really do a whole lot. Like, you don't want to play into anything with this hand. You want to wait for your opponent to do something. Can you reveal one? So, Ab Zero. But yeah, old. Let me just confirm. I need to find the Phantom, Power of the Duelist version of this card. Probably means they're not putting cards on the board, which sucks so much. I'm just going to... Yeah, actually, no, I'll take 2,500 here. Let's see how it says. This is send from your deck to the graveyard, fusion material monsters that are listed on our fusion material. Sure. Oh, and select that one. Sure. So it's gonna be another Diva Hero matchup, it looks like. I hope we get to play against something else. Okay, that's fine. God, the lag, my man. Okay. So this is the worst part about this.
Invincible.
Gonna prior on the prior on ab 0. Can you are you able to manually change it? I'm gonna make Stardust Dragon here. So the only punish to this is deprison exactly. But if it's deprison exactly, it's... Oh, well, deprison exactly. Exactly deprison. Cool, go ahead. Turn 1 of... Now, Heavy Storm is the only other card which really just craps all over this. Torrential? Oh my, I did not expect that. I'm gonna set this. It's called a Pro Storm move, where you set this and then flip it up on your opponent's turn. And that's 2 turns for that, so yep, that summons. I mean, I don't know a lot of the rulings from Edison. I didn't play Edison Format at the time. I bet he didn't expect Mirror Force. Because I never acted like I had Mirror Force. Cool. That's nice. I needed some life points here. So is this like Diva Hero deck, like the new deck that's like going around Edison Format now? Now we get to play Alshura! Yay! There's like not anything, just an attack. Okay, so we've only got 1 Ab Zero left. Okay, sure. That's exactly why we did this. Cool. Okay. I'm a little concerned about maybe Hero Blast. Not Hero Blast. What's the card called? Gemini Spark. That one scares me a little bit, so I don't want to set anything. I'm just gonna say go ahead. I'm gonna work on the theory that maybe my opponent will think I have Gores, which is a possibility. If they think I have Gores, then this is actually like one of the better plays, like Mind Gaming. Sure. Okay, no fear of Gores. That's interesting. Attack. Honest? Sure. Go ahead. Honest? Sure. Go ahead. So I've seen honest. Okay, so yeah. That would have helped so much. So what I'm seeing is this is literally the Diva Hero list that I was thinking it was. It's not a lot of back row. Oh wait, no, but he's using Hero Blast. I don't know. I don't know. They're using Hero Blast, so that's like one there. I'll put the oppression in over that. I definitely want those. With some of the Dark Armed and the Sorok we're on 48. No, it would have been game. Ugh. Guess when normal summon and Bora go. This is so bad. I'll take the 100. Oh, thank God, I needed this so badly. It feels bad, but we're gonna do it. Go ahead. Just one. I like to set one card. I don't like to set too many unless it's like the situation where like you're losing to Heavy Storm regardless. So I think a lot of people play around Heavy Storm unnecessarily, where you're going to lose the game regardless if it's that. So just don't play into a card you're going to lose to regardless, then play around a card which, okay, I'm gonna lose. Okay, sure. 2 sets. So this tells me, okay, don't care about And what are you sparking? Sure. Replay, attack. Okay, there we go. So that's shining, I guess. I think I've already got a Bora engrave right now. Okay. I'm not going to use this until I see a Miracle Fusion. I don't really want to use this until I see a Miracle Fusion because I want to be able to clear the board. Damage. $1,000 damage. There we go. Cool. Could still have it. Okay, sure. Alias, sure. Another alias. That's exactly why I held this fucking card. Heavy Storm would be so good right here. Well, it's not Heavy Storm. Okay, that's fine. Go ahead. So we're doing Dark Arm live now, which is really good. Which, yeah, that's fine. So all I need is one of these not to be Starlight Road. We're fine. Okay, that's bad. Go ahead. That's really helpful. Nope, nothing there. It's unfortunate. We really just need a fucking monster here. Great, we can add that shit. Oh, this is so good! See if he does anything, we can bait him. Anything? I'll lose it anyways. Oh, this is easy. We got rid of the goals. Dust MF Blast. Any monster. Well, like any monster wins this. Okay, that was better. Okay, so we definitely know what it is. It's that hero deck. One more. Take a boar out, I guess. Not offsetting anything. This one feels like one of my older lists. This feels like one of my older decks. I don't think I've updated it. Hand's not great. Yeah, that's fine. How does Future Fusion interact? Okay. Mm-hmm. with Royal Oppression.
Kids screaming in the cradles, profanities.
This will be 12. We don't only add that. Okay. PreSale does not perform. Okay.
It's hard to breathe, but that's alright.
Okay, so looks like I cannot oppression the summon. No wait, maybe you can. Okay, if you mention sorry. Okay, so let's see. So we'll do this. So we're gonna get a value here. Where is it? A value. It's 1250. It gets rid of the honest, that's nice. Go ahead. You have to have Miracle Fusion here. Like if you don't have Miracle Fusion here, then that makes sense. Permanent. Perma 1250. Perma 1250. Oh, sorry. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they rely on this fucking bozo. Like, we need a way to out this fucking, like, make this card useless. I mean, if you actually do this, so you stormed there. Okay. Do you either have a way to deal with Gauze? You take 100. You take 100 as well. Mana Director. Absolutely. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Just chillaxing. Yep. Yay for another one. That's second Miracle Fusion. There's got to be a way to beat this deck a lot better. Like, this is just so freaking annoying. Then, let's see. Oh, they didn't top it. Nice. Torrential? Okay, no torrential. And then probably prison. Hard to believe, isn't it? No prison. Okay, interesting. Unless he's holding the prison, which wouldn't make much sense, I guess. No, maybe it does. Oh, we could fucking try to Starlight Road him. I mean, Black Road need the board. Gale. So what I want to do first here is I want to go battle, do damage, and then go for the Black Rose Dragon. There we go. I was waiting for it. It had to be there somewhere. Go ahead. Like, it absolutely had to be there somewhere. Sure. Okay, here's Alias. Oh, there could be a Hero Blast in there. Sure. I assume you have to attack with this one. Not really an option. Sure is a decent roll there. I think this is worth it because we can go for 6 here. Okay, we're grinding through the back row here. We're coping, so taking 2 Shearers out, taking 2 of those out. This is perfect. I feel like I have to, like, let's see. Never used any of these, so one of them could be a bottomless. Heads, tails. Take this one. Okay, that was the road. Then that's why I didn't. We're not doing anything there. Obviously, if you've got bottomless, you can just do it now, but. Wow, so I hit the worst possible target. Yeah, sure. Nope, you know what's going on. It's not a thought, you... Sure. Okay. No, no, that's not how it works. No, not how it works. When you take the damage, Gilman's on field. It has to be a direct attack. It has to be a direct attack. Ah, thank God we didn't have to deal with that. Okay, sure. Last card scores, won't matter. Okay, honest is more than one. How can I say a single fucking Icarus attack? So he would have to draw the literal last card, sure. So Stratos does nothing here. Yeah, Stratos does nothing. Last card scores. We're just doing this to run now. Okay, Boar is fine. We'll get rid of it. I don't think I can lose to anything really. Yeah, Storm's gone, so that's fine. Okay, God. I'm gonna say I don't think my Edison list has been updated in forever, so maybe I should do some well, maybe I should put some updates to this one. March 2010 Edison. Let's go to Edison Format and have a look at some deck lists. Okay, let's see some decks. Blackwing. So I would play Blackwing no matter what, because, well, why don't we play Blackwings? Insert Simo meme. Okay. You could also try Vayu Turbo as well. Like, that's a cool deck list. I don't think it really loses to as much as well. Also, Raiko's just such a fucking dumbass. I also like the deck devies as well. If I could play Greffa, you play Rhoda and Armonite. 3, 5, 6. It's only 6, 7 Blackwings. How many Caius can we play? That's what I might want to ask. Play 3 Caius. It's called Value Turbo, but probably because I had another one. Okay, cool. We'll try this. Okay, so we're seeing a lot of Blackwings. No, we're playing 3 Shura, that's for sure. I don't know much, but I know we're playing 3 Shura. Why not just play more Raikos? Panna's Dragons? Panna... Oh, Eevee. That's cool. Welladad is legal here? That's cool. Okay. So, I was just looking up some Edison lists. How do I import something here? How do I import it? Okay. 10. It looks like it's about 10 traps, 6 of those. Different ratios there. I get 1 hamster. What? Cider? Cider is supposed to be a 1 of here? I'm going with the side. I know what I'm doing with the side deck. I'm going not broke, don't fix it kind of thing. I don't know about legacy. Oh, that's for heroes. Okay. Oh, these are for heroes. Okay. Okay, let's see how this works. Okay, cool. We have the list imported. I like a lot of this. Wait, this ain't shit. This ain't VUT. Never mind. We're gonna do this again. Oops, that's not VT. This is VT. Okay, we got that downloaded. Import. Here we go. Okay, that's Vayu Turbo here. I like that. I like this. I think this is such a cool little combo you can do. I don't think I'll be using 3 of these. Do you play Starlight Road at all in this? I don't think so. Cyber Dragon. I don't think I'd use Mind Control at all. And I would probably go with the 2 Snowmen. I've been seeing so much more heroes. I think this is probably relevant. Nobleman seems like something maybe to consider as well. So I'm thinking Nobleman because it seems really busted as well. It's gonna be that one, I guess. Let's give this a shot. I haven't done this for a long time. I haven't done this one for a while, so let's try this. I've got some videos to record after this, so I'll probably let it out. Okay, we'll see if we can get in the game here. For anyone wondering, we've got the list from the edisonformat.com website, which is excellent. We might just switch to the left actually for the doors. Oh wait, sorry, fix these. Okay, so we've got just a T-set pass. There we go. That should be fine. Okay. Hopefully that's better. Okay, let's see. Nothing standby, no. Okay. So we want to work on the theory that this could be a Raikou here. Because that's like what I would... When I see a T-set like this, it's going to be Raikou or Hamster. If it's Raikou, we fall so far behind. If it's Hamster, we're fine. Like, the thought process is this. Normal summon. Discard this, discard that. I actually get my setup there. But if it's a Hamster and we run into it, I'm just going to set 1, 2, 3. Work on the theory that this is, if this is Raikou, this is the least punishing thing I can have happen to walk into a Raikou. But, I mean, like, because either way I'm working on the theory that this gets him to a Raikou. Okay, so it was Hamster. That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay, so I think I played probably the best possible way I could have here. Knowing that this was hamster, setting a Raikou, this is the best thing I could have done. And actually, this is like incredible. You want to take 700 there, bud? Yeah, because life point damage still happens. Okay, so no. 600. Go. Okay. Standby main. I'd like to declare the effect. Oh, this would be really cool if I went for the what's it called? I'm gonna hit this one because it clears out a lot of things. Armonite, Prison, and Raikou. Okay. Yes, I'm gonna do this. Gonna prior. I believe we're playing the same deck. So we've got a few options here. We can either go for a Goyo Guardian, take my opponent's hamster, and then have that be the Raikou I can reset. Or we could just go Stardust Dragon here, which is another option. So I'm going to actually go for the Stardust option, I think. Because Stardust protects both of my things, and my opponent can see that. It's like an option to Heavy Storm me, it won't work anyways. 6, 7, 8 for a Stardust Dragon. And we get to keep this, which we know what we're drawing next time. Okay. Thinking. Do you want to slow down? I'm gonna think of the summon. So on this normal summon here. Yeah, I'm gonna judgment that summon. I don't want that summon through, so let's just do this. So what plays Grand Mole? Rock Bait that plays that? No. Maybe it's just a Grand Mole Tech? It's possible. It could be Grand Mole Tech. That's about all I can think about. Maybe Grand Mole Tech. Okay, that's fair. So I think it's either the mirror match or just that was a Grand Mole Tech. I'm gonna say Oppression's really fucking bad in the mirror match. Mind Control's really good in the mirror match as well. Fortunately, we did not play it. I'm gonna get if I knock, so just take those out. I'm gonna call this the last game of the day, and then we're going to switch off. Heroes. Grandma. Oh, okay. I now know which deck we're playing. I know now which deck this is. Normal summon Soraka. This really sucks if I get hit by like bottomless or okay, sure. I'm gonna say BTH here because I want to work on the theory that my opponent is probably gonna special summon the gainer and then Caius. This doesn't lose to Caius. Whereas both of these cards would just get eaten by Caius. How about I bottomless you? So it looks like it's rocks. Rating, just rating. Just rating this one. Okay. We're going to remove play monsters. So summon it. When this card is removed from the field, it's destroy that monster. When that monster is destroyed, destroy this card. Okay. I'm thinking we could. So we have plays we could do here. I'm thinking about. You know, I think I'm just gonna go deep prison here. Oh no, that was bad because he can just bring it back. Oh, I know it's not a once per turn. It's an on activation, so it's like call by the grave. Okay, so we actually made the right play by doing that. Okay, so we actually played that kind of well, I guess. And then we get to set the hamster. You can just take 27 here, real simple. Yep. I don't know if I want to set the heavy storm because it could just be like something else here. So let's just do this. Let's just do this. This is like a relatively safe play. Dark Calling, okay. Oh, that's what this deck is. Yeah, it's the rock one. Cool. Dark Calling, and that's it'll have 24, 19, 4,300. Just gotta rate it. Just rating. Just rating again. This monster cannot be special. Okay. When this card declares an attack, change all defense monsters your opponent controls to face attack position. Not activate. Oh wow. Okay. Cool. Yep, so that's 3,200, right, I believe. Okay, so this is so we'll start with the heavy storm here. It's called by the grave, isn't it? Sure. What do I even have that can out this? Okay. I'm gonna work on the theory that this is like a hamster or a... Sure. And draw 5. That is actually really good for me. What's this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it's an 8. Where is it? Necro Gardener should be here somewhere. Or we get this. We can bounce it. Josh, but anything he does there. Okay. Well, that was a game there. I said that was gonna be it, so yeah. Thank you for coming out to anyone who was joining the stream. As for now, that is going to be it for me. I've done this for a long enough time, and I feel like I've kind of gone over all the content that I wanted to cover. So I'm gonna head off. I will see you next time. Bye bye. Have fun. We'll let some